Hey, how's it going, guys? 3% Energy here. Welcome to the final episode of Slay the Princess Pristine Cut. I don't know if there's another cut other than this. I didn't really think about it when it says the Pristine Cut. I'm kind of wondering if there is another Slay the Princess. And in case, welcome to some more Slay the Princess action. This is going to be the last episode. I'm going to finish it up here, and then we're going to be playing something else, something new. Don't know what yet, but this is what you're here for, and this is what you're going to get today. All right, so this should tell us everything we need to know. Should wrap it up since it's the very end. Let's approach the mirror for the very last time and see what goes on. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
He says that every single time, but this time actually might be final because we got the last piece that the lady wanted, unless it continues after that, which I seriously doubt.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I forgot what I did last time for the voice of the stubborn to actually be here.
Ignore the cowards.
The voice feels small, distant as you approach. Gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. I think we've seen a little bit of this part last time. You are nothing at all. It looks like me, but that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it, a figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Explore, are you me?
I think you know what I am.
It's the narrator. Oh, every time I ask a question, I think it cracks. A crack slides the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Okay, so we get to actually ask questions of the narrator. We get to talk. I don't think he's going to be lying to me anymore. I think we're just going to have a conversation here. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I ever get to see you.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
So we really did damn a lot of worlds into extinction, but I killed the princess a couple of times. I don't understand. I guess some words were saved and some worlds wasn't. One disappeared. So every question I ask, one of them disappears, I think. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
What? Okay. Let's see. Are you a part of me or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
Okay. Maybe like, if you don't want to be destroyed, just keep talking. You know, like, destroy the mirror. What is this place? Where are we? I wasn't supposed to see all of this, was I? I've met you many times. Have you been the same all along? No. There's been different versions of him. Versions of you, you said that before, so I really was meeting different yous.
You were, and it was by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Oh. After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? Do you have anything to say for yourself for all your hubris? What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions. Does it hurt? Every time I ask you something, a piece of you breaks. So you do know about the looping. So many times I met you, you denied it even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me? Huh? The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Okay, we still got a couple of questions before he's completely gone. And what is my true identity? I do want to know that. So what do you know about the looping? I'm going to ask that. Okay, what is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Oh, this is the god that he's a what? I thought, my brain, my forehead, I thought I had it, but then when I was thinking about it, I was like, wait, I don't understand. So I'm the long quiet. I'm a god he made to rid the world of death. So basically, this is the whole thing here. He created me, a god, the long quiet, and he wants me to rid the world of death so nobody can ever die ever again. That to me sounds horrible. That sounds terrible to me. People need to die. Can you imagine? Like, this is what Thanos tried to prevent, man. Like, there's gonna be like the world is gonna be filled with like more and more and more and more people. We're gonna use up all the resources, and then like nobody can die. So people's gonna start like living in space and whatever. I don't know. It's gonna be insane. I don't think people not being able to die is a good thing. And I'm guessing he's trying to rid the world of death, and the princess is death. Wait, hold on. You got more questions? Hey, God, I always knew I was special. I don't want to say that. Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times. How am I supposed to rid the world of death? I'm pretty sure death is actually important, even. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Why would you want to rid the world of death? I am curious on that.
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
But people need to die. Who cares about dying? I died plenty of times. How am I supposed to rid the world of death? What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
I figured as much. So, like, all right, so I am the long quiet. She's the shifting mound, the ebb, the flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation. So every time I like said stuff, she did transform into what I perceived her to be. And most of it, her nature is why I had to die. She becomes what others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things.
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
What I don't understand is like he's trying to get rid of like death entirely. Why does he want to make everybody in the universe immortal? That just sounds bad. If I destroy her, won't I be alone? If you made us, then I want you to know that this has been torture. Do you have anything to say for yourself? After everything you've done to us, do you know the things Wait, do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her? What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life, forever.
That sounds like, I don't know, man. It's like, is it really living? Like, for me, that kind of sounds like you're stuck inside a house, right? And you just stand there, eternal, forever, and like you have no change, no, just a pattern of forgetfulness. So you're basically just like an inanimate object, light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness, leading to joys of rediscovery. Everyone would be with the ones they love, which is great. No more fear, no more howling chaos, just life forever.
There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
I can only ask two more questions. Do you have anything to say for yourself after everything you've done to us? How do you know things won't be worse if I destroy her? Goddess always know, especially. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, what are you? Whenever I tried getting answers out of you before, you've been absolutely impenetrable. Why are you suddenly open up now? Why couldn't you have told me all of this from the start? I would have helped you destroy her. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just wish her into something small? So, do you know about the looping? Are you a god or were you a god? I am curious on that. I want to ask him so many questions. I don't have too many. Why did you make her a princess? Of all the things, she's a princess. Why couldn't she just be an ant or a slice of soggy bread? What if neither of us leave this place? Does it work? Can we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone? I am curious on that. Man, I want to ask him all of these, but I can't. He's disappearing.
It wouldn't work. Her nature as the shifting mound makes it so nothing can last forever as it is now. It wouldn't matter how long the two of you waited. Eventually she would find a way to leave. And then everything would change. Everything would face oblivion. And until then, the clock ticks on.
Death of the author. Oh man, this is the last question. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what he thinks about all of this. Oh man, I don't know. I say I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still want to ask him so many questions, man, but let's just say this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
The final fragment of glass shatters, and you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh, hello, ladies.
I finally see you, and you can finally see me. and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
So basically what I'm thinking, like, so he was deluded by his fear of death. He created me, or us, and he created me to destroy her because she is the ebb, the flow, she's death. And if you kill her, then everybody, including himself, would be immortal. But how do you create something more powerful than you? How do you create something that will get rid of death forever?
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
So what happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Oh, so you're not deaf? Then what are you?
So,
Your change?
will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
So will you attempt to destroy me and bring about the world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? There is, see, it's kind of weird. The way I think is that, like, basically death is a necessity of life. If there's no death, then there's no meaning to life, kind of thing. It's so it's so weird for me. I think the world needs death. Also, I mean, what if you kill a cow and then try to make some hamburgers? Will the cow stay alive forever and just be a skeleton roaming the earth? I I don't know. There's so many stories we left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have to say, wait, don't you have a say in all this? Why is this falling on me? Yeah, I am curious on that. Why is it falling all on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Says there's so many stories we left unfinished. Can we really just leave? If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked in all of them? Like, all of this would have led to this moment.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it.
So don't try to think about it too hard.
Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with?
Not really, because the entire body is destroyed, but the soul persists, right?
A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that feel it.
Huh, so she basically said what I just said. The body doesn't matter, but the soul does. Death is a transformation into something new. I agree with her, but like, if you think religiously, I guess, and you think of coming back from the dead, or at least not coming back from the dead, but what is it called? Resurrection? No, not resurrection. Like, I don't forgot what the word is. Oh, okay. So even when you reduced me to nothing, you could not rid yourself of me, but I was able to rid myself of you. Address this vessel's statement directly. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but this isn't what any of this has been about. Reject her authority. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't resist without you, but I've existed without you. And reject her perspective. Okay. Let's address this vessel's statement directly. Because it says explore. Maybe I get to ask another question after this. I am not my body, but I feel my body suffer. I am not my body, but perhaps the others are theirs. I don't fear death, not anymore. But what if I am not a body? What? But what am I if not a body? That's it?
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you found me, and we chose to trust each other for no reason than the sake of believing in something that wasn't us. Shared skepticism blossomed into freedom, but we needed to walk a path together to bloom. Would you stop our journey now that you've seen its beginning? What of those in the worlds beyond? Would you erase their paths to stop them from going astray?
So you speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but what isn't what any of this has been about? Let's just say this.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
Ah, my leg! You talk really slow and I can't really understand you. I kind of agree with you, but you're bringing up like people that killed me in the past. Even when you cut the signal to my body, I cleanly executed you. And when I was confronted with your spirit, I hurled you down a bottomless pit. This has always just been about us. Two people forced to hurt each other again and again and again, but we don't have to hurt each other anymore.
You cling to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict. A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time.
I don't really understand any of this.
The potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Ah, okay. Argue infants, you act as though the world can't exist without you. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Stop the fight and surrender. So there's this. Okay, there's two endings here. There's like probably like three endings here. I will do just like a quick save real quick. Like right here. Doesn't matter. Let's continue to appeal to her, your shared humanity.
solution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
Okay. I can still reject it. I get it. There's no... I can surrender. Let's continue just to appeal to humanity.
I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine?
As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let this happen. I can't let everything die. Slay the princess. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. You are cruel to yourself and I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. Oh, snap. Okay, let's say it one more time. Alright, let's do this.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Which hero are you? Okay, hold on. I'm so into this. I want to explore those other two answers. It's easy to believe in when you sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
So, wow, that sounds so bad. I was with you until you told me that we go to a universe, destroy it, and then another one's born, and then we just continue doing that forever? Is that how the universe is? Okay, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it here. I'm gonna try to kill her. We're gonna have a couple of different endings here, I think. I can't let this happen. I can't let everything die. Slay the princess.
Then destroy me if you're able. But I will not coddle you in my final moments. I will not yield to your delusion without a vicious struggle.
You don't have to face her alone.
Oh, okay. So the hero does speak up. You have no idea how good it is to hear you. I can't do this alone. Where is everyone else? How are you supposed to help? I thought you died whenever I took the mirror.
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here. Seems like you've been doing alright on your own, but I don't think you can strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Oh, snap. Oh man. Okay. So if we're gonna leave to slay her, let's see what it's like to join her. How do I give up? Slay the princess, slay the princess. Wait, hold on. I think I missed my chance to join her. I don't know what it is. Slay the princess. I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? Okay, I'm ready. How do we leave? I got a trophy.
Joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in limbs and you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Oh, we're finally gonna go. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you always will be. So conflict is in your nature. The two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only new beginnings. Wow, okay. And then that's just the end, huh? Okay, well that's one way for it to go, I suppose. I want to see, is there anything after the credits? Our song, finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. What? Join our Discord, join the mailing list. Play our other games. I am curious of what other games these guys created. The Shifting Mound. So this was the good ending. Said the good ending doesn't count. So that was the good ending. Okay, what happens if I say no? I can do this out here on my own.
You can't, and lucky for you, I'm not going to let you try.
Oh.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
I like that for old time's sake. Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin? Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, It's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
If the other still stands, could you describe the cabin for me for old time's sake? Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Good riddance. I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone. It's funny, after everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Is that why you want to see this through and slay her?
Okay, alright, so let's kill her and then see what happens. And then the other one, we're gonna not take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
If the offer still stands, could you describe into the basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
We both know why you're here. You don't have to draw it out for my sake.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Continue down the
Down
stairs.
we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. That sight brings me back. You're going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me. You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Sure. Let's sit with her, see what happens. So I don't think I want to be a god.
Honestly, me neither.
Are you the same as you were out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
Her answers is not very long, huh? I only wanted to slay you out there. It's easier to want to kill an abstract concept than it is a person. I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this. I don't think I ever really wanted to slay you, but I don't like what your existence means for the world.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened.
That's a different way about
Make me
it.
send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Would resetting it do anything to help them? The people out there, if you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
We're gonna find our way, back here eventually, though.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
This is crazy. If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care. But it seems important to you.
How do you know that things won't end worse? When I make my way back to the different... I don't know why it's hard for me to read this. Maybe because it's red? How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty and I still like you.
Aww.
And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me too.
We'll have to decide this every single time forever. Eventually something's going to be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again. Huh.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
Okay, so that's why I saved it before picking up the knife. This is great. I take it all back. I don't want this, and I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
Okay, then. Okay, so this one, I'm going to agree with her. Okay, I'm going to do both. I'm going to do both. I don't want to kill her, but I'm going to do both. Just to see both of the different endings. So for this one, let's just slay her.
You and me both. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Oh, that feels bad, man. You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left is her, is a small, I don't know that word, and weight that sits in your borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you to the princess was rough and jagged and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
Gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter. We don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Leave the cabin. You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there's even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything is here. Everything is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agony and tension of finite pain. This is what I would have said last time. He's gone, she's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us. Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives away. And then the shattering. You are free. And before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality. One forged by your own will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
Voice of the stubborn.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
Voice of the skeptic.
The whispering, and the coercion, and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
So everybody's living in constant paradise then.
That wasn't very hard at all.
Voice of the code.
Speak for yourself. Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now. Well then, I guess the only thing left to do is figure out what happens next.
And that's it. A new and unending dawn. The world never ends. Everyone lives forever. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's not take it. I don't think everyone in the entire universe should be immortal. Oh, this is dope. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, let's have him describe everything. Sure.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know I've already mentioned it, but if we want to see this through, we're gonna need that blade. No blade it is. Have you given up on slaying her?
Pretty much.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here?
We both know why you're here. You don't have to draw it out for my sake.
It sounded just like that.
Continue.
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, hands empty. And here I thought you wanted to kill me. Are you getting cold feet? Are you trying to give me a fighting chance? Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Can we just like leave together? It's good to finally see you again. I don't think I ever really wanted to slay you. What if we just leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
Oh snap, so this is a different ending. Hold on. I want this one to be the last ending. We just leave. We just go away. We just like, we don't do the rewriting stuff or anything like that. We just leave. This time, let's agree to her plan.
Okay.
And we just repeat this over and over.
Then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
I'll see you soon. Say I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
And then we repeat.
You're on a path in the woods.
Everything's back to the way it was. That is so dope. This is like New Game Plus.
In the basement of you're here to slay her.
End of the world. What are you talking about? Everything is back to the way it was before. This is like basically New Game Plus. I like that. We won't be doing that again. And I didn't get an achievement for it. But this one, we're just going to leave together. I don't know, but I've always wanted to leave with you. I just didn't like being a god. I want to walk through that cabin door as we are, just you and me.
I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Are you going to be okay alone?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be alone for too long anyways. The others are still around here somewhere. I'll find them.
Leave with the princess. You leave and the princess follows, and together you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there is an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixated on the cabin door. You can see a tension seize her. She's unsure of herself for the first time in a long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside. You follow her confident steps.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there.
She looks happy about it, though.
Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
Who's going to open it? Are you ready? Neither of us know what's going to be like out there. Let's just say I love you.
I love you too.
Aww. She blushing.
But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. Don't make me get all emotional.
And what happens next? Trophy, whatever it is, you'll face it together. Ah. All right, I think that is it. There's nothing else to this. I feel like I explored every ending that I can possibly get, and we are completely done with the game. Good game, man. Good game. That was a lot of fun. Return back to the main menu. And we are back to where we started before. Now, there is a ton of different endings to this game. There is a lot of different endings, as you can see. I missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I missed 7 different endings. She isn't armed, is she? You can't know someone you've never met. Sometimes when you cut something out of you, a piece of you leaves with it. Better to linger with your nightmares than let them run wild. Sometimes the only way to break a vicious cycle is to put your heart on a line. When you've seen the worst sights the prison of the world can offer, you can always choose to walk away empty-handed. There are many reasons spirits may linger: the flames of passion, the flood of words left unspoken. I wonder what these are. I don't know. Like, how do you find these? It's interesting. Anyway, this was a lot of fun. I am done. We have seen everything that we had to see. We've seen the beginning and ending. This is all the endings that we saw. It was good. It was good. It was great. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. And if you did, consider dropping a like, subscribe to see more videos like this one. I'm 3% Ninja, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. And be good people.